This week, my intuition wants to talk to you about your intuition. Hey, I'm Eloise Ansell. I'm an intuitive healer based in the UK, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. So, I do everything based on my intuition, like everything. I never make any decisions in my business without checking in with my intuition. I allow my intuition to tell me what to do in my business. Like, I literally follow the energy of everything. And sometimes I do the more logical thing of like asking questions and like having conversations. And sometimes that validates what my intuition was telling me. Um, but quite often I just take that leap based on whatever I feel my spider sense tells me is the right thing to do, but also in my personal life as well. So if you want to live your life led by your intuition, keep watching. So I started playing my intuition, well, as a little girl, but I started really opening up my intuition again in around 2007. And I ended up teaching a few different techniques and tools for in opening your intuition. But there are so many things that I never had time to say that my intuition wanted to get out there about working with your intuition. That in 2015, I ended up creating Intuition Talks. So my intuition nudged me to create a course on intuition. Of course it would. So I ended up creating this 8-week container for making your intuition your best friend. So we can't really improve our intuition because we're kind of born with it. We're all intuitive. We're born with our intuition. But school and society and things, as we're growing up as kids, kind of squashes that side of us and like puts more emphasis on the logical, analytical side of the brain, less so on the creative, imaginative, intuitive side. So we kind of deviate really towards that logical side, and we don't really value the imagination, the intuition, the creativity. So unless you're very, very wired in that way, you but most of us become like logical bots, as I like to call us, uh, and we go about life, sometimes having little nudges or synchronicities and things, but we don't live from our intuition, which our ancestors definitely did. So I wanted to create Intuition Talks to not only give you a lot of information to help your intuition and help you make friends with it again, but to make it your best friend so that you're working together as a team. We've just had Valentine's Day. It's like the number one relationship goals is to be best buddies with our intuition. And from there, your life can be completely different. So Intuition Talks was created. And if I could go back in time and re-record the videos, I would. Not because they're bad or poor quality, but some of the angles and things and the lighting, you know, the tech back then wasn't as good. So, but I can't re-record it because it just won't have that energy to it, and it'll just feel really fake and me trying to recreate it. So I gave up on that a long time ago. But it is a awesome 8-week journey. So it's a mix of video kind of trainings, insights, as I call them, talking around the intuition and giving you awareness of how you're already working with it or how you can work with it and improve things. But alongside that, there are healing sessions. So to unlock and get that relationship together. So we cover things like fear. We can fear our intuition. So we kind of dive into topics like that. And so this 8-week journey, Intuition Talks, I basically launched it in the end of 2015. Yeah. And then, I have no idea what year it is. So it's 10 years old this year. How did we get here? Uh, so I basically used to run it live a couple of times, once or twice a year, depending on how much time I had. And it is still my number one sold course. Like, I've had so many people take Intuition Talks. You can see there's a lot of testimonials and a lot of love for the course on the sales page. And that's not everything that everyone's ever said to me in every conversation and comment, but those are the testimonials. So you'll see it's a very loved course. It's really cool. Now, a few years ago, I realized that I was running all these live rounds so that people could ask me questions, and I was really weirded out by the fact that hardly anyone ever had any questions. And I suddenly realized it's because it's such a thorough, in-depth course. I explain everything obviously really well, so no one has any questions. So here I was doing all these live rounds where you could ask me questions, and I was sat there for 8 weeks going, why hasn't no one got any questions? And then realised it's because the course is really good. So so a few years ago, I set Intuition Talks up so that you can take it at any time. You don't have to wait for me to launch another round. And so what happened? I stopped talking about it, and I realised there's probably loads of you that don't even know it's there, or you've seen it on in my teachable courses and gone, oh, that looks interesting. But so this is your invitation to take Intuition Talks. As it is 10 years old this year, I thought maybe we should, celebrate by actually talking about it. Uh, so it is still my number one sold course, as I say. It is like out of everything that I've ever done, it's the thing that there's the most love and praise for. And it is a great 8 week journey. So basically, as soon as you sign up and pay, you start that 8 week journey. So it starts sending you emails, and the emails are even quite in depth as well. So there's a lot of lessons in the emails. It's not just the videos and things. And so you get an email a couple of times a week just to step you through the contents, and you take it over the 8 week period. So it's a very thorough course. And I thought, well, to celebrate 10 years, well, it's not quite 10 years, it'll be 10 years at the end of the year, but let's celebrate Intuition Talks this year by actually A, talking about it, and B, kind of doing a soft round. So, unless I could get you all to sign up and pay on the same day, you'll never all be in sequence with each other. But we could do a kind of soft round together. So if you want to sign up for Intuition Talks before the end of February 2025, I might throw a little bonus in. So, as it is the 10th year anniversary of Intuition Talks, it might be the Intuition Talks year. uh, if you sign up between now and the end of February, not only are you going to take an amazing course over the 8 week period, but I'm here if you've got any questions. So there's a separate email address for Intuition Talk, so you can email me there if you want to. I will, if you sign up before the end of February, I will send you an email and just kind of so that you from that email address, so you've got access to it, and you can just ping me anytime you've got any questions. Not that you probably will, but it's nice to actually share your experience as you go through the journey. That's the one thing I miss not running it live, is that people don't, tell me how they're getting on as they go through it and things, and the little ahas and the little celebrations and where their intuition tells them stuff. It's always really fun to read everyone's responses. So let's kind of do a soft round together so we can actually interact with me throughout the course and take it. And if there are a load of questions, you might all get really creative questions. We'll do a little Q&A at the end, so that, I say at the end, we'll give it 8 weeks from the beginning of March, and we'll put a little Q&A in. And if I've had some really genuine good questions during it, or I'll email you when that Q&A is coming up, you can send them to me, and I will do. If there's a lot of us, we might jump on Zoom together, but if there isn't that much, I might just record a video and send out the answers to any questions that come in. We'll play it by ear. We'll see how many of you there are and what feels right based on what's coming up. Now, I've never done this before, but my intuition says we should do this. If you sign up before the end of February, I'm also going to throw in a free remote session on your intuition. So this isn't going to be a healing everything on the planet session, but we're going to work on your intuition. So if you want to have a free session with me, which is worth £120 to work on your intuition, you can have that for free if you sign up this month. I think you can't get any fairer than that, and we'll go through the journey together. Now, the one thing I will say, just to clarify, I said it will email you every time to take you through that 8-week journey. The emails come from Teachable. So when you sign up, make sure you check your settings so that you're set so that Teachable or Eloise or whatever it says can email you. Because there's a lot of people on my email list who've said no to receiving emails when they sign up to Teachable. Probably because the wording sounds like you're going to get bugged by Teachable all the time. But actually, there's a setting where you can say, no, Eloise can contact me via Teachable. Because that means you will receive all the emails from Teachable, which takes you through that journey. So don't miss out. If you're brand new when you go through it, say yes to anything where it asks you about email. You can always turn it off afterwards, if it's more than one thing. And if you're about to sign up, check your settings before you start the course, before you pay for the course, because as soon as you pay for the course, it's going to start that email sequence, and you don't want to miss the emails. So go and check your settings. If you're already in Teachable, go and check your settings before you pay for it. And if you're new to Teachable, when you pay for the course and it sets it all up, say yes to the email. Because I can't do anything about it my end. It's your end. That's the thing. So yeah, GDPR, love it. But I think the wording sounds really confusing. So you need to make sure that you say yes to the emails in Teachable. Then you will start your 8-week journey with Intuition Talks. I'm very excited for you if you're going to come and join me in this. And we will do the session at the end. So you can pay in full, you can pay by PayPal, you can pay by PayPal, but you can pay in installments as well. So if you pay by installments, I will do your session at the end of the installments, if that makes sense, depending on, I can't remember what options there are. So yeah, if you want to join me on that journey, you get a free session on your intuition at the end of the course. Brilliant. I love my intuition sometimes, but it's making work for me. But we're going to do this little container, kind of like a mini container for it over the coming months. So if you want to join me for that, I'm excited. And if you want to take your intuition to the next step, this is the number one way to jump into stuff. It is really cool. Anyway, sending you lots of love and hugs. Have a great week and join me for a little journey into the intuition. Okay, take care. Bye.